are responsible for and to do the research. And also to thank the Joseph City Fire Department for letting us do this. And also for them furnishing the wall with the plaque. If you like that. This plaque stays on the wall all year until just before this happens, along with the pictures. And so if you want to know who's been inducted in the past, you can go see that. It's been an interesting experience. It's my opportunity, I usually don't do this, but it's my opportunity to present this individual to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I've asked Andrew to hold his picture up. As you know, we usually take one that is deceased and then one that is living. I get the opportunity to present the one that is deceased, and this is Delbert Hansen. Some of us know him as Pumpa, some of us know him as J.D. Hansen. Well, what an opportunity this is. Joseph Delbert Hansen was born to Joseph Christian and Emma Swenson Hansen, original Joseph City pioneers, on October 8, 1896. The new infant was ushered into the world by Mary Richards, Joseph City's midwife. Now listen to this. His birth cost a whopping $3. You can think about that for a while. He was named and blessed as Joseph Delbert, and then when he attended school, his friends shortened it to Deb, and in his adult life, his official signature became J.D. Hansen. However, his oldest grandson affectionately called him Pumpa, and it stuck through the years. Delbert came to a very busy family noted for their resourcefulness and ingenuity. Many of his siblings have settled here in Joseph City and helped shape the community into what it is today. Delbert attended school here in Joseph City. However, his father quite often kept him out of school in the beginning days of the fall term to assist in harvesting of crops. His 8th grade class had only 6 members. Delbert was offered the privilege of giving the valedictory address at the 8th grade graduation exercises. He declined, however, as this kind of honor had no special appeal for him, and that is true of his character. The Hansens were a very musical family. In Delbert's late teen years, a town band was organized and he participated by playing the trumpet, or cornet. Delbert's brother, Jim, was more or less in charge of this little band. They played for many community dances and programs. The local band was the pride of the community. Delbert enlisted for a term of 4 years in the Navy. This was a great experience for him and provided a routine of life much different from anything he had ever known. Always frugal and careful with money, Delbert could manage well on his allowance and have extra dollars to send home. It bothered him that many of his shipmates were always broke and always indebted to others for a loan. His frugality served him well throughout his life. He became a pawn man to the natives and a banker to many in town. He had a vested interest in the community and was willing to lend money to see the town prosper with new businesses or young families starting out. He earned a reputation as being the Bank of the West. Sometimes we even called him Great Western Deb. On July 21st, 1921, after being released from the Navy, he attended a basketball game at Snowflake Academy, where he attended high school. Without too much delay, notice that, without too much delay, Delbert made it a point to speak to a young lady named Alice Smith. He knew her from high school. True to Hansen nature, they courted for 3 years. Gifts and occasional dates, and then were married on June 4, 1924. They put down their roots in Joseph City. Delbert, his father, and his brother were joint owners of range lands, range cattle, dairy herds, and many acres of farming lands and an orchard lot. Delbert developed some skills in mechanical arts, and with no special training, he was able to keep farming equipment in repairs. He always possessed a knack of knowing how to handle tools. Delbert, his dad, and his brother were heavily involved in the dairy business, which became successful. Delbert helped organize the Joseph City Producers Association and served as president of the association. Under his management, the business met with much success. He kept the dairy building in good repair by spending many hours making repairs, painting, and remodeling. He took great pride in the town's appearance.
You have a cookie right here.
The Hansens were always ingenious in management of irrigation problems, and the little town has always leaned heavily upon their judgment in regarding to maintaining and improving irrigation projects. The major flood on the Little Colorado of 1923 that washed out the Joseph City Dam, Delbert spent all of the winter 1923 and 24 helping to put in the diversion dam that still stands today. Delbert also helped bring irrigation water to Joseph City. His own inventive mind conceived the plan for making what was known as a ditcher. This implement was used each spring for the cleaning out of the irrigation ditches. And I remember this ditcher, so I put in my 2 bits. He spent many hours, and how much of his own money I do not know, to perfect this ditcher to clean the heavy mud out of weeds out of the irrigation ditch. I, as a little 5 or 6-year-old, remember being in Inductee's garage with my dad as he discussed with Deb Hansen changes to this ditcher to make it more efficient. This ditcher was used before the coming of backhoes to our community. The ditcher was pulled by 2 tractors, one on each side of the ditch to plow out the mud and the weeds. And for the most part, it worked very well. Delbert also helped design what was called the settling ponds east of town. These ponds were designed to accept the muddy water from the river, settle out the mud, and then take the clean water off the top onto the farmland. Each of us, I think, know and appreciate the importance of irrigation in our community. From little backyard gardens to possibly irrigating many acres. And we look at him for some of his ideas, his inventions, and different things to help this happen. In 1932, electric power was brought to Joseph City, and the Hansen home was one of the first ones to have the lights turned on and the radio to listen to the music and the different things and to be connected with the world. In 1951, Delbert was active member of the Chamber of Commerce and was instrumental in bringing natural gas to Joseph City. Delbert was given the privilege of turning the valve that sent the gas through the pipes, and VP Richards lit the torch, signifying that natural gas was now a reality for the city. This was a big event for Joseph City, the school letting out for the day to witness the grand occasion. Delbert was also very good at gardening, soap making, just living a good, frugal life, and helping with his grandchildren. I remember going to his home and getting popcorn. Our oldest son used to make an escape from our home and to go get Pumpa and Nana's popcorn, so quite an experience. Delbert's wife, sons, and his extended family were his highest priorities, along with his belief in Christ and being good to his fellow men. Delbert's motto was, "Failure can be stepping stones to success." I think that is a good motto. He was a true pioneer. So we induct Delbert Hansen into the Hall of Fame. Now if I can get Floyd and Gene Hansen, 2 of his sons, to stand. Percy. We give to Floyd and Gene this certificate with Joseph Delbert Hansen's name on it, and with the inscription that says, "For his dedication and oversight with the development of irrigation in Joseph City, and for his financial savvy in helping families and businesses get started." I don't know who to give this to, but I don't think you ought to care who to.